Thank you for choosing this yoga video to help guide you through your practice today. I'm Jessica Kitura, and this is Performance Yoga. We're starting today at the back of our mat in hero pose. So grab your water, roll out your mat, and let's get started. Starting in our hero pose at the back of our mat, go ahead and get comfortable. So that means rolling the mat under, using a block to prop up your hips a little bit. Maybe you have a towel or a blanket that you want to put under the feet. We're flat on the tops of the feet. Spine is straight. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a few deep breaths here. We're going to start by extending the left leg. So this is half hero pose. We're just going to do some rotations in the ankle. So rotate the foot one way and then the other, making sure to switch directions. And when you're ready, bring the arms all the way up. Big inhale. On the exhale, bring the hands down towards the foot. You can grab whatever's most comfortable here. So if it's the calf, the ankle, eventually working towards reaching down all the way to the toes. Make sure that that extended leg is active. We want to be pulling the toes up towards the face. So big stretch in the bottom of the foot, back of the calf. Good. Shift your weight forward so you're coming up onto your left foot. The right leg is at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to come into our half split position. So straightening that front leg as best you can without letting the toes creep up off the mat. You can do a little inward rotation of the foot here. So grabbing the left foot with the right hand, pull the toes in towards the midline. So you want to release the foot and let the toes come back to midline. We're going to shift the weight forward, bring the hands up to the hips. And now we're into low lunge. So the front leg is at a 90-degree angle, making sure not to bring the knee past the ankle. With each exhale, we should be dropping into the pelvis a little bit further. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat, but bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot. We're going to come into lizard pose. So you're just going to let the left knee kind of fall out to the side as you really drop down, bringing your pelvis towards the mat. Can rock back and forth a little bit here, create some movement. Holding here for a few more breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to slide the left foot all the way across the right. This is a big hip opener here. You can be up on the toes or flat on the top of your foot. We're going to reach back, hopefully for some blocks if you have some, and come into a half camel posture. So look up towards the sky. When you're ready, engaging the core and slowly bringing yourself back up to center. And tuck that knee back in to meet the right. We're going to come into a child's pose here for a few breaths. Slowly walk the hands back towards your knees, rolling up through the spine. Head comes up very last. Good. Now we're going to do all the same stuff on the other side. So coming back into our hero pose, our half hero pose. So the right leg is now extended long. We're going to do our ankle rotations on the right side. So big circles with the toes. Sitting up nice and tall. And switching directions if you haven't already. Bring the arms up and overhead and into your forward fold. Again, reaching for whatever part feels most comfortable, the calf, the ankle, eventually the bottom of the foot or the toes. One more big breath here. And when you're ready, shifting your weight forward, adjusting yourself a little bit here so you make sure that the fold of your mat is placed under your knee. And we're going to come into our half split. Reach for your toes and pull the right foot into the midline. So a big stretch through the side of the foot. Maybe feel it come up through the ankle and even into your shin. Let the foot go and come back through center. Dropping into the pelvis, hands come to the hips. Now we're into our low lunge. Making sure to keep the low ribs tucked in. Holding here for another breath. And when you're ready, bringing the hands down to the mat on the inside of the right foot. So coming into our lizard pose, you just drop the right knee out to the side. Again, you can rock back and forth here, creating a little movement within the hips. And when you're ready, bringing the knee back up through center. That foot's going to come across the left leg. We're either up on the toes or flat on the top of the foot. It's your choice. And coming back down into our half camel. So hands can be on some blocks behind you or on the small of your back. Push your hips forward and look up towards the sky. Good. Take a nice deep breath. Make sure you gracefully come out of this posture. Bring the right knee back and we're going to end in child's pose. So you can do a traditional child's pose with the knees together or a wide-legged child's pose. So bring the knees out to the sides of the mat. Arms reach all the way forward. Stretch the fingers forward as far as you can. Keep the arms straight. And take a big deep breath. Slowly walk the hands back towards the knees, coming up one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way through the spine. Chin comes up very last. Thanks so much for joining me in this yoga practice today. Namaste.